Good evening, everybody. I'm feeling back into full health. Today it's a bit more than normal broadcast of whatever I can find in the station, which, surprise, surprise, is old radio plays. On the docket, we have Island of the Devil, Ghosts Can Kill, Valley of the Living Dead, from the radio show The Shadow. According to the liner notes, he's released in 1939, whenever that was, probably pre-apocalypse if I had to guess. Either way, a long time ago. They starred someone named William Johnstone and Agnes Moorehead. And I don't know what blue coal is either. I guess it was popular back then. I have no idea. My understanding of coal is that it's black, not blue. Maybe different carbon makeup that we haven't seen in a really long time. Or deceptive marketing. More importantly, we have some shows. Enjoy. Oh, and remember, if you're in the exclusion zone, you did something bad. Please stay there. The military is on standby if you choose to leave. Cheers.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Today's adventure of the Shadow is about to start. But first, I want to tell you how you can start out on a trip and be protected against both punctures and blowouts. Equip your car with the Goodrich Seal-O-Matic Safety Tube. the sensational two-way lifesaver tube that automatically self-seals punctures while you ride. Yes, this tube will protect you against the trouble of changing tires along the road. But what is even more important to your safety, the special plastic rubber compound inside this tube also fills up rips and tears. Thus, serious tube injuries which would normally cause blowouts are changed into slow, safe leaks. Get Goodrich Seal-O-Matic safety tubes. They'll save you time and trouble, and they may save your life. The Shadow, mysterious character who devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town, student of science, and master of other people's minds. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to criminals and evildoers as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard, as haunting to superstitious minds, as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs. Today's story, Island of the Devil.
Is he really dead? Monsieur, do you think I have eyes like an owl? Who can see down in that filthy cell? Every morning, I throw down some food, as the regulations order me, and that's all I know.
Me, I do not like to go down there. They say the rats are as large as dogs.
You talk all the time like an old woman.
Is this work for a man? A jailer on the island Royal.
You are an old woman. Come, hold up the lantern, so I can see where I'm going. Come.
So cold and wet.
Hold the lantern, I tell you.
Such a filthy hole in the ground. A pig could not live here, let alone a man.
Oh, stop talking, I tell you. If he's dead, the better for him.
Watch where you stand. Oh, Dieu! Water over the floor. How could a man live in this damp and cold and dark for so long? Answer me that.
I do not know answer. Just like the other bad prisoners who try to escape, I put the bread and water on the shelf. Always, it is gone.
You forget. The rats.
Oh, you think
who wants to think? Here. Is this the cell?
This is the one. Open it. This here.
All right. Find the key.
Bring us down there, Commandant, huh? Bones will bring him.
Pig off the lock. So rusty. Mon Dieu, even if the man lives, he must be... Come on. Let us get out of here.
No, wait. Turn the hand.
And I say, let us get out of here. You will tell the commander the man is dead.
No. I will have a look inside. If he is dead, I want to know it. He has been 20 years on the side. And in all those 20 years, they tell me he's spoken only one word. A woman's name.
Oui, Madame Renée. I've heard them curse the name 1,000 times. Oh, that's the lantern. Look. I was right. He is dead.
No, look. It moved.
Oh.
He's getting up. Come, Dora. Run!
The devil himself! Run!
To the right. Find the street.
Madame Renée. Madame Renée. Madame Renée.
Madame Renee, more coffee?
No, thank you, Monsieur Cranston. It was very kind of you to take me along on your beautiful ship. Is it not true, Mademoiselle? Not at all. There are few enough interesting people in this world. Lamont has a good sense to recognize one when he meets her.
Well spoken, Margot.
You are both too kind to an old woman. There I was, bored to death in Havana, praying for excitement, and then you two come along. A mutual friend, an introduction, and here I am on your beautiful ship, drawing closer and closer to the island of the devil. It is the island full of the devils. Why should you say that, Madame Renée?
They're criminals, true enough, but they're human beings. They're suffering far from their homes and friends.
I'm afraid you are both too sentimental, my friend. Far too sentimental.
Oh, on the contrary, Madame Renee. I certainly would be the last person in the world to hold a brief for habitual criminals. Yet at the same time, I can't help but feel sorry for those men condemned to live in that hellhole. Don't you agree with that, Madame Renee?
I repeat, Monsieur Cranston, you are far too sentimental. For my part, whoever goes to the island of the devil can stay there and rot.
Pardonnez-moi, Commandant.
Well, what is it, jailer? Come closer.
Convict number 377. You asked to see him.
300... Oh, yes, Jean-Bart. He can walk?
See? He can walk.
The devil bred a tough one. Well, don't stand there. Bring him in.
Oui, Commandant. Jean-Bart, come in here.
Come in. Come in, Jean-Bart. Closer. So, Jean-Bart, you're still alive, huh? You know, if it was not for your eyes, I would think I was looking at a dead man. Well, have you nothing to say?
Madame Renee.
Madame Renee. Madame Renee. For the 10 years I've been commandant of this hellhole, and for the 10 years my predecessor was here, all we hear from you is Madame Renee. Madame Renee. Have you no other words?
Madame Renee.
Madness. Him, they want to pardon.
Pardon?
You spoke.
Pardon? You said pardon.
I heard you. You said pardon.
Take your
You
hands
pardon
off
me.
me. Stand back, I said. Stand back.
But you said pardon.
Yes, a pardon. It is on its way.
On its way?
Devil knows why they gave it to you. They knew the trouble you caused me.
Well, I did nothing.
Oh, no, certainly not. All of these islands, Royal, Saint Joseph, they are full of innocent, persecuted men who have done nothing.
My pardon.
Yes, you will get your pardon. They bring it from the mainland. When you get it, what then, Jean-Bart?
Madame Renee, I'm coming back for you. Madame Renee.
Madame Renee, you seem impatient. Of course I am, Mademoiselle. How much longer is the boat going to stay in this terrible harbor?
Oh, just a few minutes longer. The man said he'd be back as soon as he... Oh, there he is now, coming up the side.
That man. Who is that man with Mr. Cranston?
That's a surprise.
Hello, Margot.
Hello.
Margot, I want you to meet Mr. Randall. Miss Lane.
Mr. Randall?
Delighted, I'm sure. And Madame Renee, this is Mr. Randall.
Mr. Cranston. What is this surprise? Miss Lane was saying...
Yes, Lamont. Tell Madame Renee about it.
Well, Mr. Cranston?
The surprise is just this. We're actually going to be able to land on the island.
What? How is that? You said permission could not be secured.
The permission is right with me, Madame Renee. In the person of Mr. Randall here.
And how is that?
Suppose you tell her, Mr. Randall.
I'd be very happy to. You see, madam, I'm affiliated with the consul at Vienna. I phoned Mr. Cranston wireless ahead that he was stopping off the mainland before going on to the island. I was very pleased to be able to tell him that since I had a official business on the island, if he wished to do me the service of taking me there from the mainland, I'd be would be able to make arrangements for your lad.
Oh, isn't that thrilling, Madame Renee? We'll actually be able to see the prison.
And I'm sure both of you will find the experience doubly thrilling when you discover Mr. Randall's official business. He's bringing a pardon to one of the prisoners. A man apparently wrongfully convicted, who's been buried alive in that place for 20 years.
Oh, Lamont, how wonderful.
How can that be?
Madame Renee.
Quick, get some water. Hill.
No. Go on. That's all right. I'll take you below. No.
I am quite sorry. I am a poor fellow, Monsieur Randall.
Not at all. It's getting quite rough.
Monsieur Randall, if you would be so kind as to escort me around the deck.
I'd be delighted. We'll be back in a moment, my friend.
And don't overexert yourself, madam. I think Margot and I'll go below.
See you later. Right you are, Cranston. My arm, Madame Renee?
You are too kind, Monsieur Randall.
Shall we go aft?
Yes, some place where we will be quite away from everyone. You see, I want to talk with you. So, Let me stand here by the rail, Monsieur Brandon.
Just as you say, Madame Rene.
So you go with us to this island on a mission of mercy, eh, monsieur?
Yes, a very pleasant mission, I assure you.
Pardon, may I ask who it is for?
Yes, but a man by the name of John Bart.
John Bart. I knew it.
Say, you know the man?
Is that so strange?
Yes, rather.
I know the name well, monsieur. If, pardon, monsieur, it is in your pocket.
Yes, of course. But really, what is this all about? What is your interest in this John Bart?
Come close, monsieur, and I will tell you my interest.
Yes?
My interest in this John Bart is so great that you die.
That knife, what?
If you can. The fog. No one will see this Randall. How unfortunate for you, John Bart.
The end of Act One finds all signs pointing to a thrilling climax in this latest adventure of the Shadow. Speaking of signs, the careful motorist, you know, takes advantage of every sign along the road to make his driving safe.
The Shadow knows. Stop street signs, railroad crossing signals, signs that warn of slippery pavements and dangerous hills are put up with one idea in mind: to save your life and the lives of everyone who drives. It pays to obey them. It pays to play safe.
Motorists, when it comes to getting more safety and pleasure out of your driving, you can't beat this combination: the new Goodrich Safety Silvertown tire and the new Goodrich Seal-O-Matic safety tube. For remember, the new Silvertown tire will give you the quickest non-skid stops you've ever had on wet roads. It also gives you the famous golden fly protection against high-speed blowouts caused by internal tire heat. And the new Goodrich Seal-O-Matic safety tube automatically self-seals punctures while you ride. Furthermore, this amazing tube gives you additional protection against blowouts caused by serious tube injuries. Thus, rips and tears that would normally cause a blowout are turned into slow, safe leaks. If you want real protection against skids, blowouts, punctures, get this safety combination now. The new Goodrich Safety Silvertown tire with the new Goodrich Seal-O-Matic safety tube.
Isn't there any hope, Lamont?
See for yourself, Margot. Fog throws the searchlights of our ship back in our faces. Poor Randall's in the water.
Oh, no, Lamont. It can't be true. It can't.
You know the truth as well as I do, Margot. We've searched this ship from stem to stern. He's not on board.
But how could it have happened?
That's a truth that I can't answer, Margot. But perhaps the Shadow can.
But what can the Shadow do?
Madame Rene is below deck, sleeping quite calmly.
But what is she to do with all
Perhaps
this?
nothing, Margot. Perhaps everything. When we discovered that Randall was missing, she alone was calm, unconcerned. Yes, even amused. I think it's time the Shadow paid a visit on Madame Rene.
Madame Rene. Madame Rene, wake up. Yes, yes, wake up. Come, Madame Rene. Wake up.
Oh, who spoke? Someone spoke.
Yes, Madame Rene.
Someone in my room. Who is it? Who?
I have questions to ask you, Madame Rene.
How dare you come into my room? Light. I will make a light and see. No one. No one is here.
I am close to you, Madame Rene.
The boy. Close to me. And to me one.
I will it so.
You. Where are you?
I am here in this room. I cloud your mind so you cannot see me. But you saw a man die, and yet you did not help him.
I saw a man die.
In the sea. And you did not raise your voice. You did let Randall die. But why? Why did you do it, Madame Rene?
No, I won't answer you. Trust the boy.
Madame Rene,
Stop talking to me.
tell me
Stop it, I tell
why.
you. Stop it, I
You've got to tell me why, Madame
You're
Rene.
talking to me. I go
Tell
crazy.
me why, Madame
Stop
Rene.
it, I tell you.
Why
He has
did
to
you
die.
tell Ren?
He has to. He was going to let Jean-Bart go free. Jean-Bart, he must rot there. Rot there on the island of the devil. Wait. Where are you now? Wait! Where are you now?
Welcome, Mr. Johnstone. Your wireless from the mainland. They told me to expect your arrival. But you're hours late.
I'm sorry, Commandant. The delay was caused by death.
Death? What do you mean, Mr. Johnstone?
Mr. Randall of the legation was lost at sea.
Yes.
We searched the water for hours. He's gone.
But how? What?
All that in good time, Commandant. But first, have you a prisoner on this island by the name of John Bart?
Jean-Bart? What of Jean-Bart?
He is a prisoner here?
Yes, he is. Probably some fool that we find to escape. Thank heaven I will soon be rid of him.
Rid of him? How?
And my last communique, they spoke of a pardon for this man.
So that was it.
What,
Quickly, I want to see this man, John Bart.
But, monsieur, this is irregular. What have you to do with him?
The man who drowned at sea carried in his pocket the pardon for John Bart.
What?
And I have an idea that the murderer is on board my yacht.
Mon Dieu!
And I'm going to change that theory into a certainty at once. Take me to John Bart.
Come, John Bart. The commandant was... Commandant! Commandant, he's gone! Commandant, he's gone!
Faster. Faster, man. Can't you go faster?
You are most impatient, eh, John Bart?
Oh, I must get away this time. You say my pardon was denied.
It was, John Bart. But you will escape. Leave it to old Couchet.
Oh, I've tried for so many times.
But never with the clever Couchet to help you now, did you, huh? The oldest god on the island. And the cleverest.
Oh, a ship.
Yes, John Bart. A very nice ship. Anchored and waiting.
Yes, but who?
Friends.
Oh, no. No, I have no friends.
Oh, yes, they were friends enough to send word that your pardon had been denied. Friends enough to send a sailor to me with a bag of gold so heavy that I forgot my duty and well, here you are, John Bart. And the sailor told me a rope ladder would be down the side of... Yes, it is. So, we drift in close. Now, grab the ladder, John Bart.
Yes, but I don't know who. I mean,
Oh, grab the ladder and climb. There's no pardon for you. You want to be buried under the ground again?
No.
Then grab the ladder and climb. You have strength enough for that. When you get on deck, a sailor will be there to take you to your friends. Climb aboard.
Oh, yes, I will. I'm a bit weary, you see, but
You
I'll try.
think you're free now, John Bart, huh?
God bless you, Crochet.
No. Bless the gold, your friend.
Oh, dark in here. But I am free. I am free.
Shut the doors, inside.
Well, who spoke? So dark I can't see you.
I arrange your escape.
Oh, my friend. You, whoever you are, you helped me.
Yes, of course.
So I am so very weary. If you could forgive me, I would like to sit down.
There is a chair right next to you.
Eh? Oh, yes. My eyes, you know. It is dark in here, isn't it? Oh, I'm not very strong, you know. Oh, I hear you close and lock the door.
You feel old, Jean-Bart?
Oh, yes, Your voice, I've heard it before.
How does it feel to be old, Jean-Baptiste?
But who are you? Who are you?
You like, and you will see. Now, you are old too, Jean-Baptiste.
Madame Renee!
Madame Renee.
Oh, I advise you to sit as you are. This gun in my hand is quite a real one.
Madame Renee!
You have not forgotten my name. How nothing.
For 20 years, that name of yours has burned in my head. For 20 long years.
No, I am more than a name.
I swore to kill you every day, every hour.
And I saw something too, remember? It makes you as old as you called me that day 20 years ago. Remember your words, Jean-Baptiste? Oh, I swore to make you old. Make you old as you call me, and I have made you old. For 20 years, I've had every year of your life.
I'm going to kill you.
Remember, Jean-Baptiste, it was the war. I accused you as a spy. You didn't have a chance against my influence, did you?
No.
I did it, Jean-Baptiste. I did it. No, you're so weak and old. All you can do is to sit there white and tense with anger. But that won't help you, because I didn't bring you here just to talk to you. I brought you here for my final revenge. To kill you.
You brought me here.
Yes, a bullet through your head and a state prisoner. They'll thank me for killing you. You hear Jean-Baptiste? They'll thank me for killing you.
No, Madame Renee.
Who spoke?
A voice you've heard before.
That voice. You wanted to woke me from my sleep. No, there is no voice. Just imagination.
You hear me, John Bart?
Yes. Yes, I hear a voice.
Lie. There is no one here but you and I. Stand up, Jean-Baptiste. Stand up so I can see you fall when the bullet hits you.
No, Madame Renee.
Put out in my hand.
She will not harm you, John Bart.
But who are you?
To her, a voice of conscience. To you, a friend.
No, I have no friend. A pardon. They said it was coming to me, and they fooled me.
They did not fool you, John Bart. There was a pardon. It never reached you because Madame Renee did not want it to reach you. She murdered the man who was bringing it to you.
Madame Renee, you again.
Yes, I killed him. And I'm going to kill you now, Jean-Baptiste.
I warn you, Madame Renee, not another step closer to him.
Right, so with her money, she railroaded me to a prison cell and then to that island. And now I'm old. As old as I called her. And I haven't even got the strength for my revenge.
But I've got the strength for mine.
Gun. The folds of your dress.
Yes, you voice in the shadows. I had a gun hid in my dress. Yes, indeed. No, it's dead. Look, dead. And I've had my revenge. I'm still alive and you're dead, Jean-Baptiste. You're dead. What are you going to do now, voice?
Don't move.
But he's dead. Look at him, he's dead.
I failed him in life, Madame Renee, but I will not fail him in death. I'll stay close by you, talking to you until you can stand it no longer.
No. Get out of here.
No, I will always follow you. I'll tell you of your crime, the torture and murder of a living being.
Stop. Wait for you. I will.
This ship, no, the world is too small for you to escape. My voice close to you.
Don't get away from you. I won't listen to you. I won't listen.
And I'll stay close to you forever, Madame Renee. I'll be the voice of John Bart calling you.
No. I'll get away from you. Away from you.
Jump into the sea. Perhaps, John Bart, I didn't fail you. Your life and hers were both founded on hate. You both have been dead. What you did not have in life. Peace.
program is based on a story copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. The Shadow magazine is now on sale at your local newsstand.
Let no man tempt you into crime. For crime is like a strangling serpent. It crushes him who feeds it most. Beware lest the serpent of crime ensnare you in his fold. Remember, crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Your local blue coal dealer presents The Shadow. These half-hour dramatizations are designed to forcibly demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay. Before The Shadow's adventure begins, a reminder to all homeowners. There's one sure way to get extra quality, extra value, and complete heating comfort. And that's by ordering blue coal by name. Blue coal's harmless blue coloring is the trademark of the world's largest hard coal producer. But even more, it assures you that each ton of blue coal has been laboratory tested for quality and sized and prepared to give you better heat with less furnace attention. So don't gamble with ordinary fuel.
Ensure your family perfect heating comfort and satisfaction by ordering Blue Coal by name. Call your nearest Blue Coal dealer tomorrow. At the close of this afternoon's program, we have a most distinguished guest, one of the special assistants to the Attorney General of the United States, the Honorable Francis H. Horan. I'm sure you will all be anxious to hear what he has to say, so be sure to listen. The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress and helps the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs. The only one who knows the true identity of that master of other people's minds, the Shadow. Today's story, Ghosts Can Kill.
Court will come to order.
Proceed, Mr. District Attorney.
Your Honor and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the evidence against this man, Ralph Gorman. 3 eyewitnesses of unimpeachable character saw him commit the murder. He was caught at the scene of the murder with a gun in his hand. It is the duty of the jury to convict him. Ralph Gorman has been brought to court 7 times for serious crimes.
I object. Although I admit my client has been brought to court in the past, he has always furnished an unbreakable alibi and has been acquitted. Therefore, I claim that this record is irrelevant.
Objection sustained.
Very well. That doesn't alter the state's case. In this instance, the accused has no alibi. He is guilty of murder and should therefore be sent to the chair.
Order in the court.
I think the question before the jury is a clean-cut issue. The defendant, Ralph Gorman, committed a peculiarly cold-blooded murder. There are no halfway measures. He is either guilty or not guilty. I therefore instruct the jury to return a verdict of acquittal or first-degree murder. The jury will retire to consider the verdict.
The prisoner will cease this disturbance at once. What's the matter? Don't you like my music?
This is a court of law, Gorman. While you are awaiting the verdict of the jury, you will please conduct yourself in a more seemly manner.
Well, Margot, I've seen many murder trials in my time, but I've never seen one where the accused man played on a mouth organ while waiting for the jury to send him to the chair.
Lamont, isn't Gorman one of the toughest gangsters alive?
Yes. In my estimation, Ralph Gorman is public enemy number 1, Margot.
Yet he's never been caught and sent to prison, Lamont. You heard that in the testimony.
He's been caught often enough. They've never been able to convict him, because he's always been able to furnish an absolutely airtight alibi. This time, for some unexplainable reason, he has no alibi. So if there's any justice, he should be put away for good.
Here comes the jury back in again. It certainly didn't take long to come to a decision.
After the evidence they heard, they shouldn't.
Court will come to order.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the accused, Ralph Gorman, guilty of murder in the first degree. The court will come to order.
The prisoner will stand. Ralph Gorman, you have been proved a menace to society, and society has passed judgment upon you. You have been found guilty of willful, deliberate murder in the first degree. Have you anything to say before a sentence is pronounced upon you?
Yeah, I got something to say.
Very well. Be brief.
Society passed judgment on me, huh? Okay, then if you're going to kill me, I'm going to come back from the grave and get even with society.
Empty threats will avail you nothing, Gorman.
You don't believe I can do it, huh? All right, I'll even tell you who I'm going to get.
That will do. I'm not going
First,
to...
I'm going to get that big financier, Oscar Borden, that's always giving away money. I guess Borden's what you'd call a pillar of society, ain't he?
Stop, Gorman.
Then, just for fun, I'll kill that young guy, Frank Collins, that just got engaged to that social register dame. I'll come back after death and get both of them. Collins and Borden. Yeah, you don't think I can do it, huh? But I can. Yes, I can. Quiet in court.
Ralph Gorman, I hereby sentence you to be taken to the state's prison and to there be executed in a manner provided by law. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, quit it, will you, Gorman? They have enough being in prison without having to listen to that.
Lay off the music, will ya?
Come on, shut up. Shut up.
Hey, what's going on here?
Hey, listen, God, make that guy call and stop playing that mouth organ. He's driving us all nuts in here. What's he think this is, Carnegie Hall?
No, I don't think this is Carnegie Hall. It's the Death House. And you guys are in it just like me.
Stop it! Stop it, you guys! Or you'll all get solitary. Gorman, you've only been allowed to keep your mouth organ as a special favor. If you're going to make trouble, I'll have to take it away from you.
Have a heart, will you? That's all the fun I get.
Fun? He's driving us nuts.
Oh, why do you care, buddy? They're burning me tonight. Tomorrow it'll be quiet around here. Quiet as the grave.
Listen, Gorman, you'd better keep quiet. The warden will be here in a minute.
The warden. What do I care for the warden? He can't do any more than give me the hot seat, and he's doing that anyhow.
Here comes the warden now.
What's all the disturbance in here, guard?
It's Gorman, warden.
Hey, did you hear from the governor, warden?
Yes. I'm afraid I've got bad news for you, Gorman. Governor Roberts has refused to do anything about your case.
And they're going to burn me tonight, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Looks like society put the finger on me. Just like the judge said. Well, okay. I warned him. Like I said in court, within a week, the millionaire Oscar Borden and Frank Collins are going to be dead.
Don't talk like that, Gorman.
You'll see. And I think I'll get Governor Roberts, too, while I'm about it. That makes a nice trio, don't you think? Oscar Borden, Frank Collins, and Governor Roberts. I'm going to come back from the grave and kill them. All three of them, yeah. Society passed judgment on me, huh? Okay, I ain't kicking. We'll see who laughs last.
Making stupid threats won't do you any good, Gorman.
Stupid, huh? Listen, in a week, those guys are all going to be dead. Lots deader than me.
Come along, guard.
You better warn them. Tell them their time is up when they hear me playing on my mouth organ like this.
Extra, extra, hey, read all about it. Ralph Gorman electrocuted. Ralph Gorman threatens life of Oscar Borden, Frank Collins, and Governor Roberts before he dies. Gorman executed. Hey, read all about it. Execute for it.
Is there anything else you want me to do tonight, Mr. Borden?
Before you go, draw the curtains and turn off the overhead lights, Taylor.
Yes.
Will you stay here in my study for a while? It's quiet. There's some things I want to look over.
Yes, Mr. Borden. You won't be disturbed, sir. I think everyone else has gone to bed.
There's a newspaper here. I haven't had a chance to look at one all day.
Right on your desk, sir.
Oh, yes. Well, good night, Taylor.
Good night, Mr. Borden.
Well, I'll glance at the headlines before getting down to work. Let's see. Rebels pushing to province. Merging relief agencies. Gangster executed amid great intrigue. Dramatic scene in the death house last night. Ralph Gorman threatens to come back after death and murder. A philanthropist, Oscar Borden, Frank Collins, millionaire sportsman, and Governor Roberts. Well, let's see. On the way to the chair, Gorman warned his intended victims that they would know of his presence by hearing him play a mouth organ. These were his last words, after which he was electrocuted. From this picture here, I'd say he was of rather low mentality. The mouth organ, well, that's a bizarre note. Oh, I wonder. Wait a moment. I can hear a mouth organ now. No, it must be my imagination. That's odd. I could swear I hear it again. Seems to come from the other room. Who opened that door? Why, you're Ralph Gorman.
You see me, Mr. Borden?
This is impossible.
I've come back from the dead to keep my promise to society.
You're mad.
Ghosts ain't never mad, Mr. Borden.
Ghosts? Preposterous. We'll see about
Don't
this.
touch that bell, because it ain't going to do you no good. Well, that's one of them. 2 more to go.
Well, Lamont, as long as you just seem to be walking me around the streets aimlessly, you might at least answer my questions. What do you think of those threats?
Threats? What threats, Margot?
The threats made by Ralph Gorman last night before he was executed.
Oh, I wouldn't give them a second thought. 6-year-old child knows it's impossible to come back from the dead and murder people.
Extra, Oscar Borden murdered. Famous philanthropist found in his study, shot to death.
Yes, I hear it, too. Boy,
Yes,
give me a
sir.
paper.
Yes, sir.
Keep the change, son.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Taxi.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going, Lamont?
I think this will bear a little investigating. I'll see you later, Margot. I'm going to drop in on the scene of the crime. Our friend Commissioner Weston should be there.
Cardona, see who that is. Whoever it is, don't let him in this study of Mr. Borden's until I get through questioning these people.
Okay, Commissioner.
Body was found here, but...
Mr. Lamont Cranston, sir. He says you know him.
Oh, yes, I know him. Tell him... Oh, wait a minute. He tries to be an amateur criminologist. Let him come in. I'll show him how the police department really works.
Yes. All right, you can come in, Mr. Cranston.
Thank you.
Ah, Commissioner Weston.
How do you do?
I just happened to be passing by the Borden house, and I thought you might be here.
Well, Cranston, you want to test some of your amateur theories on crime, I suppose.
Always willing to try, Commissioner?
Well, you're liable to beat your brains out over this one. About 3 hours ago, Oscar Borden was found at his desk here with a nice round bullet hole in his head, and not a clue.
Well, how distressing. Not a single clue, Commissioner?
Well, we have 2 clues, but they don't make sense.
Well, perhaps they don't make sense to the professional detective, but
No.
an amateur on the intellectual side of crime might be able to help you out, Commissioner. What were the clues?
Well, first I asked the cop on the beat if he'd seen any known crooks hanging around the building tonight.
And?
And the dumb guy told me he hadn't seen any, except at one time during the afternoon he thought he got a glimpse of Ralph Gorman. And Ralph Gorman is known to have threatened Oscar Borden.
I see. And the other clue, Commissioner?
The other clue was even slimmer. One of the maids says she heard a mouth organ being played in Mr. Borden's study about the time the murder must have been committed.
Why, it all hinges together perfectly, Commissioner, don't you see? Ralph Gorman has threatened Oscar Borden. He plays the mouth organ, and he's been seen hanging around the house. Why, he's your murderer.
Very pretty theory, Cranston. The only hitch is that Ralph Gorman was put to death last night at 11 o'clock in the electric chair at State Prison.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, you should read the papers. You see, as an amateur criminologist, you're not so hot after all, Cranston.
Well, have you solved Oscar Borden's murder?
No, not yet.
Well, you're no better than I am, then. Commissioner Weston, if I were you, I'd put a guard of large, solid policemen around anyone Ralph Gorman might have had a motive to kill.
Oh, yeah? And then what?
Then I'd look for the ghost of Ralph Gorman.
It's lucky you're not police commissioner. Now, you'd better get out of here, Cranston. I've got important work to do.
We continue with the second act of Ghosts Can Kill in just a moment. Homeowners, would you like to stop those tiresome trips to the cellar and keep furnace attention down to a minimum? Well, then, here's what you do. Get in touch with your nearest Blue Coal dealer and ask him about Blue Coal's automatic heat regulator. It's a thermostat which is attached to the wall of your living or dining room that controls your furnace dampers automatically. Just set the thermostat control at the exact temperature you wish, and your Blue Coal heat regulator will maintain that temperature day or night. You know yourselves how costly and dangerous to health overheating the house can be. But a heat regulator will ensure you steady, even warmth, which is most beneficial to the health of all. What's more, by stopping this overheating of the house, a heat regulator will save you fuel. And saving fuel means saving money. You can own one of these Blue Coal heat regulators for only $18.95 plus a small installation charge. And believe me, it will pay for itself in the time and trouble of constant draft adjustment it saves you. So, call your nearest Blue Coal dealer tomorrow. His name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the words Blue Coal.
Hello. Oh, I thought we were cut off, darling, but now I tell you, I'm all right.
Oh, but Frank, I'm so worried. If only I were in town so I could be with you.
But what is there to worry about, darling?
Why, those threats that awful man Gorman made against you.
Oh, that was just nonsense. I never even knew him, and besides, he's dead.
Yes, but Oscar Borden was threatened, too, and he's dead.
Oh, now, Ruth, darling, please stop worrying for my sake. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm in my own apartment, and I have no intention of going out, so nothing can happen. Now, you go to sleep and get your beauty rest. You know, you've got to look your prettiest for our wedding Tuesday.
Oh, all right, dearest. At least I'll be with you by tomorrow. I'll be down on the 11 o'clock train in the morning.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I'll meet you at the station. Good night, darling.
Good night.
Poor Ruth. I don't know why women get so nervous about... Oh, I wonder who that could be. Hello?
Is this Frank Collins?
Yes, who's this?
This is the Shadow.
Oh, the Shadow. Yes, I've heard of you. What do you want?
I want to warn you, Collins. Warn you against a death.
Whose death?
Yours.
And why should you be warning me?
Because if you're not very careful, you'll meet the same fate as Oscar Borden, and for the same reason.
Oh, nonsense.
Furthermore, I would suggest that if you value your life, you will apply without delay for police protection.
Look, I don't know who you are, Shadow, or what your game is. But I'm not afraid of you or anybody else.
Have it your own way, Mr. Collins. Have it your own way.
Wait a minute. Wait, listen. He hung up. I wonder what that was all about. Certainly wasn't a very cheerful person to talk to. Maybe I'd better get... See, now, what's Commissioner Weston's home number? See, I think I've got it in here someplace. Oh, yeah, here it is. Main 999.
Phone. Who could be calling at this hour? Now, where's that phone? Hello, Commissioner Weston speaking.
Commissioner, this is Frank Collins. I just received a threat.
Frank? Oh, you did?
Yes, I was informed I'm about to meet Oscar Borden's fate.
How are you warned?
Over the telephone just about 5 minutes ago. By a man who calls himself the Shadow.
Shadow? Is he mixed up in this?
How should I know? Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I thought for a minute I heard a mouth organ play.
Mouth organ? Oh, that's just your nerves, Collins. Is your door locked?
No.
Go lock it quick.
All right, just a minute.
Good Lord. I can hear the mouth organ myself over the phone. Collins!
You're too late, Collins.
Collins!
You should have locked that door before you made the call.
It's Ralph Gorman's voice. Collins!
Who are you?
Maybe you heard of me, Collins. I'm Ralph Gorman.
Gorman! Oh, don't shoot! Don't! Oh!
Now only one more to go.
Operator! Operator! Operator, this is Police Commissioner Weston. Get me headquarters. Hurry, operator. Hurry!
Lamont,
Come in, Margot.
I just heard that Frank Collins was murdered in his home last night, Lamont.
Yes, I've been reading the papers.
It's dreadful. How could Ralph Gorman have come back from the dead to commit these murders?
Margot, yesterday I would have said it was totally impossible. Today, well, frankly, I don't know. At this moment, I can't think of any other hypothesis that would account for the known facts.
Then that means... Jiminy,
What did you say?
I merely said Jiminy.
Why did you say that?
Jiminy? I don't know. I was just thinking. Why? Does it mean anything?
Ordinarily, no. In this instance, it may mean everything. At least it gives me a clue. Margot, is your car outside?
Yes, Lamont.
Well, come on. We're going places. Hey, be careful, Margot. Watch how you're driving.
You told me to step on it. I thought you wanted to get to the Regal Hotel in a hurry.
I do, but I'd like to get there all in one piece.
Well, this is a fine time to tell me that. Incidentally, why the Regal Hotel?
Governor Roberts is staying there. He's addressing the manufacturers' dinner at the Colossus Club tonight. I'd like to be sure he lives to make it.
Oh, Lamont, now you're being mysterious again. Why shouldn't Governor Roberts live to make his speech?
Because I have reason to believe he's next on the list, marked for murder. I have an idea that if any attempt is made on the governor's life tonight, it'll probably be tonight. Here's the hotel. You'll just pull up the curb.
All right.
I said up to the curb, dear, not over it.
Oh, I think you're horrid.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, so will somebody else before the night's over. Well, goodbye, Margot, and thanks for the ride.
This is the service entrance, Governor. Go right through that door there. You'll be on Marine Street.
Good, thank you. That's where I told my car to wait.
Governor Roberts, do you think this is wise?
Wise, Latham? Of course it's wise. What danger can there be? I'm going straight to the dinner at the Colossus Club alone in my own car with my own chauffeur.
Well, just as you say, sir.
Through this door to the street, you said, Porter?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, where's my car? I told Henry to wait. Oh, there he is. To the Colossus Club, Henry. Henry, this is the most preposterous thing I ever heard of in my life. What's our police force turning into? A bunch of old women? Ralph Gorman? Of course I couldn't pardon him. The man was guilty. He certainly can't come back from the dead, can he, Henry?
All this cock and bull story about playing a mouth organ, you don't believe... Henry, what's making that noise? Henry, did you hear me? Henry, what's the matter with you? This isn't the way to the Colossus Club. You're heading for the river. Stop the car. Henry, Why, you're not Henry.
That's right, I ain't Henry, Governor. Don't you remember me, Ralph Gorman?
Ralph Gorman? No. No, it's not possible.
Well, you see me, don't you? And you remember how I used to play the mouth organ in the death house? Like this.
Stop the car. Let me out.
I'll let you out, all right, in 10 feet of water when we get to the river.
No. Let me out.
You didn't let me out of the chair, did you, Governor? I burned, remember? Well, you'll drown.
Stop the car. Stop it, I say. You'll kill us both.
You can't kill a dead man, can you, Governor? The old fool went and croaked by himself. Scared to death. It saves me the trouble.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, Gorman.
Hey, what's that?
Governor Roberts is unharmed. He's only fainted. He has a weak heart.
Who's that? Where are you?
You didn't know you had the Shadow as a passenger.
The Shadow, huh? Well, you can't hurt me. Even a Shadow can't harm a ghost.
But you're not a ghost, Gorman.
Yeah, that's what you think. Don't you know that Ralph Gorman is dead?
Certainly. But you're not Ralph Gorman. You're his twin brother, Arthur.
That's a lie.
No, it isn't, Arthur. I went down to the city records office and checked up on the birth certificate. A very pretty little story. Your mother had twin boys and concealed the fact from everyone. She brought you two up deliberately for a life of crime. Very convenient, wasn't it, Arthur? No matter what crime one of you committed, the other was always seen somewhere else at the same time to furnish a complete alibi.
Yeah, I'm Arthur Gorman, Ralph Gorman's twin brother. But if we hadn't got the hour mixed up, they'd never have convicted Ralph that last time.
Too bad, wasn't it? After all the trouble your mother had taken for years to conceal the fact you were twins.
How did you get onto it?
Why, a friend of mine used the expression Jiminy, and I naturally connected that with Gemini.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. Gemini is the sign of the zodiac, which means the twins. Well, Arthur, this is a very interesting discussion, but I think now you'd better stop the car.
Oh, yeah? What do you think I am, crazy? They're never gonna burn me.
That's a matter of opinion.
All right, you got me, but I got you, Shadow. Got you where I want you. There's the river right ahead of us. I'm gonna drive over the embankment. I'll drown, but so will you. I'll drive right over the edge.
None of this emergency brake works, you won't?
Look at that smasher.
Oh, those drunken drivers, they ought to be put in jail.
He ran head on into the warehouse wall there. Did you see
Two
him?
men in there.
Here's the doctor. Let me through.
Let the
There they
doctor
are, Doc.
I see you. Stand back, please.
Well, how about it, Doc?
Well, I'll be... The man in back is Governor Roberts.
Hey, Governor Roberts.
Is he? No. He's all right, I think. Just fainted. Shocked, probably.
Hey, Doc, how about the other guy?
The chauffeur here is dead.
Dead? That's too bad. Say, his face looks familiar.
What is it? You know him?
That dead guy in a chauffeur outfit is the living image of a gunman called Ralph Gorman.
Ralph Gorman? It can't be. Ralph Gorman went to the chair last week.
Well, if it ain't him, it's his twin brother.
If only you'd been able to tell us that a week ago. Justice would have been served a great deal more quickly.
In a moment, we shall introduce our distinguished guest, one of the special assistants to the Attorney General of the United States, the Honorable Francis H. Horan. But first, here's John Barclay, Blue Coal's heating expert, with some money-saving hints on furnace care and attention.
Thank you, Ken Roberts, and good afternoon, friends. Last week I discussed the three factors which cause heat to be lost up the chimney and how they can be corrected. This afternoon I want to tell you about another common cause of wasted coal and heating inefficiency, namely ash pit loss. Ash pit loss means the unburned or partially burned coal which falls through the grates into the ash pit. This loss is due simply to shaking the grates too often and too vigorously. Don't shake the fire every time you throw on fresh coal. Let that depend on the weather outside. And when you shake the grates, stop immediately when you see the first red glow in the ash pit. If you think you're not getting full value for your heating dollars, here's what you do. Call your neighborhood blue coal dealer. he'll be glad to have a trained John Barkley heating expert inspect your furnace. Remember, there's no charge or obligation on your part. So feel free to call on your blue coal dealer. I thank you.
And now, on behalf of our sponsors, the Blue Coal Dealers, the nation over, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you one of the special assistants to the Attorney General of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Francis H. Horan.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. I'm very happy to be here with you this afternoon and to have the opportunity of speaking to the audience of the Shadow program. I am sure all law enforcement bodies in the United States agree with me when I say that constructive radio programs are a very great help in the prevention of crime. I can't emphasize strongly enough how important it is to prove, particularly to growing boys, the truth that crime in any form does not pay. Your program helps to bring this message to millions of people, so keep up the good work.
We certainly shall, Mr. Horan, and thank you, sir, for stopping in. It's been a great honor to have had you with us. Today's program is based on a story copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. The Shadow magazine is now on sale at your local newsstand.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Your local blue coal dealer presents The Shadow. These half-hour dramatizations are designed to forcibly demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay.
Before this afternoon's adventure with the Shadow begins, here's advice every homeowner will profit by following. When you order your next supply of fuel, ask for blue coal. Then you'll enjoy steady, dependable heating comfort and satisfaction such as you've never known before.
countless thousands of American families have found from experience what a tremendous difference blue coal makes. It burns down to a fine ash, leaving no wasted, unburned coal. And it gives steadier, healthier heat with less furnace attention. So if you want the solid fuel for solid comfort, insist on blue coal by name. Call your dealer for your supply tomorrow. The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress and helps the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs, the only one who knows the true identity of that master of other people's minds, the Shadow. Today's story, Valley of the Living Dead.
This desert scenery is simply magnificent, Lamont. Why, this alone was worth the trip.
Yes. And I think that's the mountain range over there that I've been looking for. Sort of saw-teeth edge to it.
Looking for a mountain range. The whole thing seems silly to me. It's a long trip just because you heard of a rumor that there's a valley someplace behind a sawtooth mountain where people act peculiarly. What's behind this rumor?
That's just what I'm going to find out, Margot.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I want some gas.
Huh?
And I also want to know the best road up that mountain over there.
Oh, there ain't no road over that mountain you can drive on, mister.
No road? Well, what's the matter with that one right ahead there?
That's no good. Dangerous. And you see, ain't many folks besides me has been in that valley. And, brother, I'm going to live there someday.
Well, if you go, you can go alone, Timothy Hicks. I'll have plenty of time to rot when I'm dead and in my grave.
What's that you said?
I said I'd have long enough to rot when I'm in my grave.
Don't pay no attention to her, missus. She don't know nothing. Why, on the other side of that there range, they got the slickest place you ever seen. Pretty little round valley. There's only one thing, though. You got to be busted to live there.
You can't have any money?
Yep, busted. Why, the folks in there get their houses given to them and food, everything.
You mean a sort of a state poor farm?
Nope, nothing like that. It's private. Owned by Mr. Maxim. Kindest man that ever was. Yes, indeed. Well, there you are, mister, all fixed up.
About how many people live in that valley?
Well, I wouldn't know exactly. There's maybe 800, 900. I ain't been in since they prospected for gold. Boy, they sure hit a vein.
Well, then they must have plenty of money in there.
Nope, they ain't. See, while Mr. Maxim was in the east, those folks got some capital in from the outside to work the mine. Yep, but then he came back. Maxim come back too soon. Gosh, was he mad. Put a stop to it as quick as cat.
Gold? And he put a stop to it?
Yep, I ain't supposed to have no money in there.
Probably can't tell a nickel from a dime, but now. Me, I can't see myself without a bit of change in my hand now and then. Not me. Ain't got nothing in there I want. No radios, theaters, stores, nothing.
Well, Lamont Cranston, there's certainly no great wrong here to right. I suggest we give up the whole thing and make this a pleasure trip for a change.
Sorry, Margot. Here you are, Hicks.
Oh, thanks, mister. Hey, mister, be on the watch for boulders rolling across the road there.
Well, here's where we leave the paved road and start climbing.
There's a sign. Danger, drive up this road at your own risk.
Oh, yes, I see it. I assure you it interests me, Margot. In view of what our friend back there just warned us.
There comes the boulder now, Lamont. Bigger than this car.
You're right.
Oh.
Well, strange. He missed us anyhow.
Now will you turn back? The road isn't safe.
Well, that one might be just coincidence, Margot. It's a fine road. Nothing wrong with it. Good all the way up, far as I can see.
There's another boulder.
Yes, coming right down this path. Hold fast.
Oh, thank goodness that missed us, too. Lamont, there's no coincidence about those boulders rolling down.
No, you're right, Margot. Unless I'm mistaken, it's an electric eye. And it starts them as surely as it would open a door.
But for pity's sake, let's get out of here. We'll be smashed to bits. I had enough of this whole thing.
Before the sun sets, Margot, we're going to be in that valley. But we're going in by plane.
But it all seems so unnecessary, Lamont. Going and getting this plane, there can't be anything wrong. Not with this man Maxim on the job. Say he's so kind and all that.
Margot, never in my life have I felt a more compelling certainty that something was wrong. At any rate, we'll know the moment we're over the jagged teeth of this ridge below. Yeah. Look, Margot. There's the valley. I'll fly lower. Look closely.
Lamont, this is low enough.
Yes, 100 feet. And look. Look at those people closely, Margot. As they move along the streets. The lifelessness of them.
Well, no traffic to keep them jumping. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong.
Children half-heartedly at play. No work being done anywhere. Men sprawled on the grass.
Well, what of it, Lamont?
Cut off from the outside world. No work to do, no amusements. Nothing for mind or muscle to feed on. Why, Margot, that place is like a stagnant pool covered with green slime. Beautiful to look at, but filled with decay.
Well, maybe you're right, Lamont. Even the women don't stop to talk to one another. They don't even look up at the sound of the plane.
And over there, just beyond the dam, are the gold mines. Latest equipment lying idle.
And a chance for everybody to make a lot of money. Look, what's that back against the hill? Oh, it's a sort of castle.
Now, wait a minute, Margot. That standard flying from the turret there. It has a name on it. I'll try to get closer and make it out. See, Ingram A. Maxim. Ingram Maxim. Why, I know who this fellow is now.
You do?
In college. I was just a freshman. He was taking postgraduate. A bald, thin little man, always helping some of the fellows. Why, he was rich as Croesus even then. Hang on, Margot. I'm going to set her down on the other side of the dam. Find out what this is all about.
Why don't they answer, Lamont?
We'll keep on knocking until they do. Oh, wait. I saw the curtain move in the window up there.
Please, Lamont, let's go back to the plane. I feel weak. What was that?
I don't know. It's horrible. But, Margot. Good heavens, Margot. Here, you're not fainting.
Oh, the lady has fainted.
Mr. Maxim, please. I prefer to carry her.
I will carry her. No one here dictates to Maxim. There. Now, precede me into the house, if you will, sir. And now, with the little lady well taken care of, we shall dine together. Cranston, we talk over the old days. You see, I remember you. Indeed, I have the faculty of remembering everybody I ever seen.
I couldn't forget you, naturally. Always doing such kind things to help the less fortunate chaps at college.
That was nothing at all. Now, here, of course, I have much larger opportunities.
Yes, undoubtedly. Something's been puzzling me, Maxim. Those boulders rolling down into the road. I'm curious to know how you work that.
I have my own ways, Mr. Cranston, of protecting this valley of mine from intruders. I want nothing from the outside world to touch my people. Nothing.
Where's Mother? I can't move.
You're all right, Margot. I'm right here.
Keep your arms under the blankets, little lady. That's it.
But I'm not cold. I'm smothering.
Too much exertion, my dear, coming down that steep path from the dam. Women's delicate bodies were not built for harsh exertion. You see, they... Serena, what are you doing here? Why did you leave your room in your wheelchair without my help?
Is the lady sick, Maxim? Are you sick too, my dear?
No, nothing wrong with me. Just a little chill.
Miss Lane, my wife,
How do you do?
Mr. Cranston.
How do you do? Did you suffer an injury of some sort, Mrs. Maxim? That you should have to be in a wheelchair?
No. Oh, no, I've always been strong. But after the birth of my son, I think that was when
My dear, you are exerting yourself too much. You must go to your room.
But Maxim's always taken such good care of me. I never have to lift a hand. He carries me, puts me in my bed. feeds me. He's always so kind. Kind.
It is the privilege of all strong people, my dear, to take care of the weaker. Come, my dear Serena. Off to bed with you.
Maxim, the lady heard it too. It's not my
It is
imagination.
the wind, my dear, in a faulty flue. I shall have it fixed tomorrow.
I tell you, it has the sound of my son's voice.
Now, that imagination of yours again, my dear. You know that Paul is off at school. Now, say good night to Miss Lane and Mr. Cranston.
Good night, Miss Lane. Mr. Cranston.
Good night.
While we're waiting for the second act of The Valley of the Living Dead, here's a word to the wise. Homeowners, when you order fuel, keep in mind that there's just as much of a difference between the quality of various kinds of hard coal as there is in an automobile, radio, or washing machine. This difference lies in the location of the fields from which the coal comes and the care in mining and preparation. That's why it will pay you to insist on blue coal when you order your next supply of fuel. For blue coal is a guaranteed product of the nation's largest hard coal producer, the Glen Alden Coal Company. Their mines are located in the richest part of the northern Pennsylvania anthracite fields. Each ton of blue coal as it comes from the mines is screened and rescreened many times for perfect sizing. Then it's washed to remove any existing impurities and laboratory tested by trained inspectors. Only the coal which passes this thorough laboratory test and meets Glen Alden's high quality is shipped to blue coal dealers. That's why you can be sure of perfect heating comfort and satisfaction when you order quality-tested blue coal by name. You'll find that blue coal gives you steadier, more dependable heat. So call your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow. His name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the words Blue Coal.
Father? Oh, I thought you'd never come.
But, Paul, my son, don't I always come?
Oh, this steel cast. Can't we take it off?
Not yet, my boy. To remove it too soon would mean that you'd never walk again.
I don't care. I don't care. It's now. It's the pain now that I can't stand.
I know what is best for you, Paul.
But it's getting worse. I can't rest. I can't sleep.
Come now. You must.
Oh, if I only could and never wake up.
There. That is better. Patience. Patience. I'll turn the light low. There. Good night, my son. Sleep. Sleep.
I'm glad he's gone. I'll get this cast off somehow. Even if it does cripple me. I don't care.
Let me help you, Paul.
Who spoke? Where are you?
Don't be frightened. I've come to help you.
Nothing can frighten me anymore. But I can't see you.
I can sometimes help people better because I'm not seen.
Oh, I don't know what you mean, but can you really help me? I mean, take the test off.
Yes, Paul, right away. Tell me, how long have you had it on?
Nearly 2 years. I was away at school and had an accident. My father came to see me. Well, I don't remember much about that part. But a doctor said that I would have to have this cast put on.
A doctor said that?
What? Oh, yes. My father told me he did.
Here, trust me now. I want you to try to stand.
But I can't. My father says I can.
I want you to try.
All right. I'll try. Oh, I'm standing.
Good boy. That's what I wanted to know. You have 2 strong, healthy legs. They're growing against steel that clamps them like a vice. This cast is coming right off.
It's off. Oh, but my legs, they feel numb.
Steady, Paul.
Oh.
The pain will soon be gone. You'll be well again. Well again, boy. Oh, yours is not the only bondage to be broken tonight.
Margot, it's good to get out in the air. Now, down these stone steps. Watch out. Steep.
Lamont, tell me, that dreadful cry, was that...
Yes, his son, Margot. I was able to relieve his sufferings, though.
thank heaven for that. But down in the village, all those people, what can you do for them?
If their suffering has been great enough, I'll make them help themselves. Watch out. It's the last step. Yeah, that's it.
There isn't a light anywhere. Everyone in this village is asleep.
That's it, Margot. Everyone has been asleep too long. But with luck, I hope to awaken their minds to this living death.
Not a sound anywhere, Lamont, except that coyote off in the hills.
The villagers sleep, Margot, but they do not rest. Come, I'll show you how their tortured subconscious minds react.
This place of living dead, this silence beats on my ears like the drums of eternity.
And in the next house and the next, Margot, I must go to them as they sleep in the shadows. Try to free them from this bondage of submission.
The mills. I hear them. The good, honest roar of machinery. The white heat of the furnaces. There's a fine strength in me. And I'm to have a raise of $1 at the end of the week. No, that's past and gone. I've become as soft as something that lies rotting in the sun. There is no hope. I am dead. Dead.
No, my friend, you're alive. And you can be strong again.
What? Who spoke? Who said that?
God put muscles in a man's body for use, for work.
Work? Yes, work. But we are dead.
Not while there is work to be done, and you can do it.
No, I've dreamed that dream until I'm nearly mad.
Then go to the mines. They wait only for your courage to start them working.
No, we can't do that. Mr. Maxim has forbidden it.
Wake up, man. He has given you what only money can buy. He has taken from you what only God can give. Your freedom. Start working the mines tonight.
Start working the mines tonight. Start working the mines tonight. Start working the mines tonight.
Lamont, there are lights now in every house.
Yes. And over there, lanterns swinging to the quick step of men hurrying to the mines. Give me your hand, Margot. We've no time to lose. We're almost at Maxim's castle.
To think in a single night you will have destroyed Maxim's self-created world.
As well as that, Margot, everything on which his ego has fattened. Listen, the people are wasting no time. Hurry. Here, I'll help you. Up these steps. Quickly. Quickly, Margot, quickly. This is Maxim's room, Margot. You stay back. I don't know what danger lies behind this door. But as the shadow, I'll soon find out.
After all I've done for them, they betray my generosity. Men and women alike. They're crowded down at the mines by the hundreds. I'm going out to the balcony to observe them more clearly.
Maxim, what's happened? Why are you so angry?
Mrs. Maxim,
Oh,
don't be startled. I'm here to help you. Listen closely. This is a fight for freedom.
Who speaks? It's all such a strange dream.
Do as I tell you without questioning. Rise out of your bed, out of your weakness, and fight as those people down at the mines are starting to fight.
But I can't rise. I can't walk. Not without Maxim's help.
You can. You shall. You've got to fight out of the weakness to strength and freedom.
Yes. Fight out of weakness to strength and freedom. I can. I will stand.
I see their game. They want a freedom apart from me, but they shan't have it. I stopped them before. I'll stop them again.
No, Maxim. Don't stop them this time. Don't.
Serena, you standing alone. How dare you stand alone without my help?
I'd rather die, Maxim, standing alone as God intended me to stand, than go on in a living death of the weakness that comes of your constant support.
You two, after all I've done, devoted my life to you. What madness is in this place tonight?
Madness is lifting from this place tonight, Maxim.
What is that voice? Who speaks?
Perhaps it is your conscience speaking, Maxim. Your conscience.
Serena, what is that voice? Do you hear it? Or is this whole thing some crazy dream?
I only know that I can stand alone and move alone. And if it's a dream, I hope I never wake.
Listen closely, Maxim. Your conscience speaks again. You gave these poor creatures the things your millions could so easily buy. You felt great and noble and princely in the giving. And for that you robbed them of their strength of will and muscle and heart. It is a crime. Just as stealing money is a crime.
This is how they repay me, is it? They hurl my liberality back into my teeth and make it a reproach.
Maxim, you are consumed by selfishness. A selfishness so great that it has sacrificed 1,000 people and your wife and your son to its greedy demand.
That's a lie! My whole life has been devoted to others. My people know I love them. I'll go to them. I'll talk to them.
Will you also listen to them?
They will listen to me. And I will give them their choice of life or death. As I have given it to you, then you shall have death as I give it to you. I shall save them from themselves. A quick, merciful death. Yes, one turn of this lever, and in a few minutes the valley will be a deep and silent lake. Yes, one turn of the lever.
For the second time, Maxim, your conscience speaks.
Let it speak. I know what is best for my people.
You care nothing about those people.
How wrong you are, voice. I care enough about them to exterminate them all, rather than submit them to the corruption of an outside world. Just one turn of this handle.
Just one turn of that handle, and you would be a murderer.
The ungrateful have no right to live.
Close those gates before it is too late. You have no right to pronounce death, for if there's a guilty man in this valley today, you are that man.
I guilty? Of what am I guilty?
You attempted to buy the freedom of 1,000 people, Maxim. To force them to their knees before you, and to keep them there for the rest of their lives.
No! No, I didn't mean it that way. This lever. Oh, I must turn it back. The rush of water against the gate is too strong. I can't turn it.
Maxim, I'm here. Cranston. Lamont Cranston. Here beside you.
Oh, Cranston,
I'll help you.
Before it's too late.
Yes, together, our combined strength.
Help. I'm done. They shall live.
Maxim. What's wrong? There's blood on your lip.
Something in me is broken. The weight of closing the gate.
Here, lean on me.
Wait. Look, Cranston, look. Coming there. Walking toward me. Look. Walking. My wife and my son.
Yes, walking. Here, Maxim, take my arm.
No, Cranston, I am dying. I gave my life closing those gates, saving my people. Tell them that. Tell my wife and son.
Please lean on me. Let me help you to your feet.
No, look. The weaker I grow, the more strongly they walk. My wife and son, they are getting back what I took away.
You're a great man at this moment, Maxim. And listen, down by the mines as the water recedes, they're cheering you, Maxim.
Yes, I hear them cheering me.
And they are the cheers of a living and a free people.
Before you hear a preview of next week's Shadow story, here's John Barclay, Blue Coal's heating expert, with more of his time and trouble-saving hints on furnace care and attention. Mr. Barclay.
Thank you, Ken Roberts, and good afternoon, friends. A great many homeowners are under the impression they can save money by putting only a little coal on the furnace. On the contrary, that's one of the surest ways I know to actually waste money. A flimsy, shallow fire is apt to go out. It won't give you enough heat, and it causes constant trips to the cellar to refuel the fire. The economical way to fire your furnace is to keep a deep fire bed at all times. Build the fire up to the level of the bottom of the fire door. Of course, in milder weather, you can leave a little heavier layer of ash on the grates. This keeps the fire burning slowly, yet it keeps enough coal burning to give plenty of heat if the temperature should suddenly drop. And remember, if you feel your furnace isn't giving you 100% heating results, here's what you do. Phone your nearest Blue Coal dealer. Ask him to send a John Barclay serviceman to look over your furnace. These men are trained heating experts. They're fully qualified to locate the source of any possible furnace trouble and show you how it can be corrected. This John Barclay service is yours without any charge or obligation of any sort on your part. So always feel free to call your Blue Coal dealer. I thank you.
And now for a preview of next week's exciting shadow adventure entitled Prelude to Terror. The eminent scientist, Professor Baker, is sitting in his study late one night when there is a knock on the door. Thinking it is his butler, Cooper, he says,
Come in, Cooper. Oh, I thought it was Cooper. Shut up, Professor Baker.
I got a present for you. Here's what the boss wants. And before he's through, the people of this city will wish they were dead like you, Professor Baker.
Why did this man kill Professor Baker? For what reason does he say an entire city will welcome death? Be sure to find out next week when you hear the Shadow's newest adventure, Prelude to Terror. Today's program is based on a story copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. The Shadow magazine is now on sale at your local newsstand.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite, will again present another thrilling adventure of the Shadow. Be sure to listen, and be sure to burn Blue Coal, the solid fuel for solid comfort.
Oh, the day's come to end now. Work's all done. Let's take a bow. Smiles and joy on every face. It's time to leave this happy place. Packed our gears and locked the door. Running free just like before. Rising high as the stars above. In work we find a piece of love. Oh, daily triumph, here we go, as we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, office, see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter rings from all around. In this space, joy can be found. Tasks are finished, time to play. Bidding adieu to another day. Oh, daily triumph, here we go, as we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, office, see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter rings from all around. In this space, joy can be found. Tasks are finished, time to play. Bidding adieu to another day. Oh, daily triumph, here we go, as we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, office, see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter, rest, and time time to dream. In the stars our hearts will gleam. Count the moments, count the smiles. We'll be back in just a while.